Good evening, guys. I want to talk about something that has affected me in the past. It's not affecting me now, but it used to affect me when I was in St. Lucia. It affected me when I was in Bermuda. It haven't affected me in the U.S. yet because I took care of it while I was in Bermuda, and I was only able to take care of it uh, by receiving message subconsciously, and then I followed the instruction, and I haven't had an issue with that problem before. The issue I'm talking about is what the scientists or the doctors would call sleep paralysis. Um, so, the medical term they describe sleep paralysis as uh, somewhere between either you waking up or you going to sleep, but then your body is asleep, but your brain is awake. So you tend to try to wake up, but your body is not waking up, but your brain is awake and your body is asleep. So therefore, you're fighting with yourself, trying to wake up, and you're struggling, and you just cannot wake up. And they call that sleep paralysis. Just recently, maybe about I would say maybe what as recent as about 6 months ago, for the first time, I actually Googled what sleep paralysis was, and I see the definition in Google. But when you do Google, when you look for information, when you Google some information, there is also the images that you could use. You could tag the images, and the image is going to give you ideas to what you're talking about. So when I Google sleep paralysis and then I hit images, what actually showed up? I was very surprised to what showed up, right? And what showed up is what back in St. Lucia they always used to tell you, something they call kokma to that effect. They always used to say some spiritual attack is some attack, something attacking you, because that's how you feel. You feel like something is upon your chest, something is heavy upon your chest, right? And that's why most people panic when it happens. So my story is, it used to happen to me in St. Lucia. I used to fight all the time. You're trying to fight, you're trying to scream, nobody's hearing you. You're trying to fight, nobody's seeing that you're fighting, um, and nothing happens. So it happens to me in when I was in Bermuda, and one day while I was going through this sleep paralysis situation, something subconsciously came to me and asked me to say the Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6 9 to 13, right? In the church, I used to go when I was younger. I used to take a Catholic church, so they made you recite the Lord's Prayer. So you know the Lord's Prayer, like just like that. Except now I understood that the one I recited compared to the one that's supposed to be in the King James version uh, has a slight different word into it, right? In some things. So I end up using the Lord's Prayer while this thing was attacking me. So instead of I normally I'll be fighting. So instead of I'm fighting now I'm not fighting anymore. Now I'm starting the Lord's Prayer. And once I started the Lord's Prayer, something magical happened. Whatever it was, just let me go, release me. Once I started using the Lord's Prayer, and it moves towards the window of the apartment, and I can see the presence by the window, and whatever it was just went out. It stopped by the window, like it turned around and looked, and then it left. And that must have happened, I would say, maybe around 2008, 2000, 2007, 2008 in Bermuda. Um, and up to a day like today, I've never experienced sleep paralysis again. And I used to experience it often. So I just want to share that with you guys today. Sleep paralysis is a real thing. If you guys, any one of you guys who's listening to me right now, if you guys ever experience sleep paralysis, it's like you feel that you are awake, but you cannot speak and you cannot move. Your eyes are open, but you can't move your body, and nobody's hearing you. They might hear a little sound like when you're screaming out calling somebody's name. So they're not hearing anything. They might just hear you like a little moaning or something. Just say the Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6 9 to 13. Just memorize it, and if it ever happens to you, and use it. Drop me a comment, guys, if you ever had that experience, and let me know. I hope it's not an experience anybody wants, because it's a terrible experience. Because it's a very scary experience. Just to continue on that field, my wife used to have it too in Bermuda. While she was in Bermuda, she experienced it, and she told me about it. I tell her to say the Lord's Prayer, and she's never experienced it since. She said the Lord's Prayer, and she have never experienced it since. Also, on the subject of the Lord's Prayer, it's one of those prayers that you could use anytime. Like if somebody asks you a question and you're not sure the answer, or somebody's saying something and you're not sure, take that time to say the Lord's Prayer, and it's going to help you get your response. If somebody's been miserable to you and you're getting upset, just say the Lord's Prayer while in your head. Don't let them get to you. The Lord's Prayer is one of the most powerful prayers that you can ever say. With that said, guys, thank you for watching. Hope this information helped you guys, and see you guys on the rebound. Have a good one, guys.